Hi friend, and welcome back to Marvelous Friends, your home for all things Marvel Cinematic Universe and beyond. I'm Rhett, and today it is Funko Friday, so I am discussing a Funko collection with you guys. Make sure to give this video a like, subscribe to the channel if you haven't, and let's roll that credit. So I am talking about the Target exclusive Blacklight Marvel collection that came out on June 21st this year. I have to be upfront with you. I know this is a discussion of the Funko lines, but there's going to be a lack of Funkos in this. This line was primarily merchandise and then 5 Funkos. One of those came in a kind of duo pack with a t-shirt. And I, unfortunately, have not been able to get the 4 core Funkos. That being the Captain America, Doctor Strange, Iron Man, and Thor Funkos. I was able to pick up the Spider-Man t-shirt Funko combo, and I will talk about that when that comes. But because this was only available at Target, it was very exclusive. So they didn't have a ton of releases for each Target. And because of when it happened, I had a hard time finding the actual Funkos at a Target. I have since been watching online on eBay trying to pick one up, but I just haven't been able to win a Funko on eBay that is within the price range that I am willing to pay for it right now. Because of everything, of course, my income is a bit limited. I am not fully employed right now, and so I don't have my regular income. So I do have to kind of keep things very conservative on how I'm spending. So I haven't been able to spend a bunch of money on Funkos because, excuse me, sorry. Okay. So I haven't been able to spend the kind of money to win the Funkos at this point. I'm hoping eventually they come down on their auction prices and I am able to pick them up because I really liked this collection. I really wanted them. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to. When they came out, of course, we were in the middle of shutdown, and so it was, first of all, just something I don't normally like to do, go out and do shopping and spending a lot of time at stores. But I still went anyways, trying to collect this collection, and I was able to hunt down pretty much everything except for the Funkos. I live in Houston, so there are plenty of Targets here to shop at, so I spent kind of throughout the week several opportunities that I had to go to various ones and try them. Some of them I went to multiple times. One thing I noticed that when this was supposed to be launched, a lot of them didn't actually set out the display. They just kind of stuck it in with their normal Marvel or with their normal Funko collectors area. Some of the stuff I found in the departments, like the backpacks I found in the kids department, the hats I found in the men's department. So I had to really do some searching to find what I did find. Only a couple of the stores here actually had the Marvel display that was supposed to go up that day, which included Legos, the Funko Blacklight collection, and then the new Marvel BattleBots toy, which I really haven't looked much into, but I might explore that if you would like me to. Let me know down in the comments below if you would be interested in me learning and teaching you more about the new Marvel Battle Collection toys. I'm always open to new things. But anyways, let me talk about first and foremost the things I was not able to get, and that is the 4 Funkos. I will have pictures here on the side for you to see what they look like if you haven't seen them. I'm looking at them here on my phone via the Instagram announcement from Funko. I loved these. I loved the packaging, first of all. I think the packaging was really cool, how they took their normal Funko packaging design and created this kind of cosmic glow aesthetic to them. I really liked it. It's very 80s kind of look with the colors, which I understand the colors were chosen because of how they react under black light, but it gave this really cool 80s kind of funky aspect to it. As far as the Funkos go themselves, I really liked how they tweaked the colors to turn them into this more vibrant black light aesthetic, using those yellows and the magentas and that teal rather than the normal colors. As far as the actual Funkos go, I'm pretty sure, and feel free to let me know down below if I'm wrong, I'm pretty sure these are basically just the casts from previous Funko releases, from Iron Man, Thor, Doctor Strange, and I want to say that the Captain America is not from the first Avenger film. I want to say it's from the second, based upon his costume. I could be wrong, but it's smart for Funko to reuse molds that they already have and do them in a different way. But yeah, I really like how these look. Well, actually, I will rephrase that. I think the Thor might be it's very much more comic booky than it is film, because we haven't seen Thor with the wings on his helmet in the movies. We have seen a version of that in the Ragnarok film where he had that helmet and it had wing-like aspects to it, but it wasn't officially wings. So maybe they are new casts for this. I'm not sure, but it's very. I liked them. I like the designs and how they are designed themselves, the actual Funkos, and then of course I love the colors. I think the colors are really cool. If I was able to get this, I probably wouldn't display it back here. I would want to display it kind of somewhere together as a collection, a special shelf or something, because I do have a few other places I would have displayed it, but unfortunately, at this time, I have not been able to get them, but I am hoping to add them to my collection very soon. I'm going to continue to watch eBay and online resellers, and hopefully I can come across some of them. But yeah, let me know. Did you get them, and what did you think of them if you were able to get them at the store or somewhere down in those comments? But moving on, I will talk about the Funko that I was able to get, which is the Spider-Man. Now, of course, Spider-Man came in a set. I have already taken this out of the plastic, but it's still kind of reflective there on the light from my camera. But yeah, I love, again, the packaging, how they really kind of went with this cosmic-esque look to it, the color scheme, all of that. I like the little panels here on each side. It does appear according to the back of the box where you can see what the shirt itself looks like and what you get in. So it has a front and back design and then the Funko itself. It looks like this panel is the same that is on the shirt, but I really like this image here, the one on the side where he's highly in shadow and stuff like that. This, of course, probably would not have been a great blacklight glow t-shirt because there's a lot of black, but I really like that design. And then, of course, it looks like the front is the same as what is on the front of the t-shirt. But let's go ahead and get this open and look at the items themselves. First, let's talk about the Funko. Of course, this is an only at Target exclusive. On the box there you can see, and again, you can see now the actual packaging for this collection. I really loved how they went, again, this cosmic black and bright color look for it, because of course they could have just kept the normal packaging, but they really went all the way out with this collection and made special packaging, which I really appreciate and like. It'd be kind of cool to maybe see some of these especially exclusive items get some unique packaging. On the back, of course, is the whole index of who you can get. Captain America, Iron Man, Thor, Doctor Strange, and Spider-Man. And then the Funko itself, very dynamic pose. I'm glad that we got one character in this collection that had a slightly different pose. This is him, of course, jumping up and flicking his spider webbing. This one reminds me a little bit of the positioning from the first appearance Spider-Man that came out as part of the 80th collection. So I'm not sure if this is a reuse of that mold or it's just rather similar to it. Again, the coloring, I like the color choices here using that bright magenta in places of red, and how they kind of almost create some really cool shadow with it using the various colors and stuff like that. So it looks like he's highly shadowed and very pop arty, and like you can almost see this being flattened out to a flat image, and you would still really get that idea of depth from how they use the different colors in various places. So I really like that aspect of the design as well. Very cool. I'm happy to have at least got one of these. This will probably go with my Spider-Man collection. I have a shelf with my movies that is dedicated to Spider-Man Funkos, so this will probably get added to that for sure, but eventually, hopefully, it'll be moved to a collection with all of the Blacklight Funkos, because I really liked it. Also, I'll probably keep the box, which I don't normally do. I'll keep this box, even though I'll display it out of the box, just because the packaging is so neat. Really enjoy it. Packaging, 10 out of 10. Design, 10 out of 10 for sure. Now, let's talk about the shirt. Again, it is a front and back design, which is something a little bit different. Funko usually just does a big print on the front, so it is kind of nice to see a front and back. This is very reminiscent for me, the Spider-Sense Peter Tingle, if you will. That was on the Infinity Saga t-shirt for the Marvel, Funko, and Amazon Collector's Core box. And actually, this is kind of, when I talked about that box, what I kind of would have liked, a smaller Peter head with the sensory lines coming off of it, and then maybe the text on the back. So I like this one a lot more than that shirt I got, just out of that aspect of it. And then, of course, it doesn't have a giant print on the front. As always, Funko has great quality shirts, very soft, very nice. And then on the back, it has the large image here. Really like the picture here. I like, again, that it's on the back. This makes it a lot more everyday wear for me. Unfortunately, this is a large. I typically wear a medium because I couldn't find a medium. In fact, this is the only box combo for the t-shirt and Spider-Man Funko that I found at any of the Targets I visited. I felt really lucky to get this. So even though it was a large, I went ahead and bought it. I'm hoping to maybe be able to resize this. If anyone has any tips or knows how to do it, I feel like you should be able to, pattern this down and trim it down to be a medium, especially with how this is. As long as you line everything upright and the pieces upright, it should be doable. I may take it to like a tailor or a seamstress and have them do it for me, but we'll check into that. If you have any tips on doing resizing of t-shirts, let me know down in the comments, because I would really like to be able to wear this every day, and it being a large, it's just a little too baggy and loose on me, especially considering I am a shorter guy. If I wear a size bigger, it's very noticeable, and it looks ridiculous. So, love the shirt. Wish I could have gotten in a medium, but I'm going to try to resize it, and I will maybe resize and show you how that goes in a video, or at least on Instagram, because I know sometimes finding smaller sizes from the Funko shirts is very difficult. I actually thought for a long time they only make large and up. It's kind of similar to when you go to like an event and they're giving free t-shirts, say at like a sporting game or something like that. They typically give you larges or extra larges because it just fits the most people. And I'm never able to really get use out of those shirts, unfortunately. So I thought for a long time that's how Funko did, because I never saw anything smaller than a large, and typically all I see at the stores are XL and double XL. But I was proven wrong. I was able to find a medium. It is, of course, in the t-shirt that they had. Now, this was just the t-shirt, and it's in their traditional box format and how they package those. So nothing really super special besides the design itself, because the front usually does depict the design of the shirt. There are a few exceptions to that they do some different art on the front, but this is what the shirt looks like on the front of it. And then, of course, on the back, you see more of a full picture view of the shirt itself, and little doohickeys down here on, and the fact that it's a short sleeve, blah, blah, blah. But yeah, just their basic packaging. But this was a medium. I was surprised. I honestly had never seen a medium Funko t-shirt out there for sale. So I was very excited when I was able to come across this at a store, and it was in my size, so I definitely got it as soon as possible. I could not get this. I wasn't necessarily sold on this t-shirt design, which I'll talk about, but because it was a medium, I went ahead and got it, because that doesn't happen. Now, the shirt itself, of course, is the same on the box. It's a little bit more vibrant on the shirt because of the stark contrast between the black. They are both black shirts. I understand why, because it helps the color pop when it's under black light, but it would have been kind of nice to see a little bit of diversity in this collection, because they are, of course, in the same collection. However, I like it. Again, the coloring, I would say probably either Thor or Captain America are my favorite panels here, just because of the background designs on them are really cool. I'm not a big fan that they included Spider-Man on this shirt, just because Spider-Man got his own shirt in this collection, and Doctor Strange is a part of this collection. It would have been nice to maybe have Doctor Strange here instead. That way these four got a t-shirt, and Spider-Man had his own t-shirt, since his was kind of a special deal. But I still don't mind the Spider-Man on here. I will say a slight moment of concern, and this is part of my concern with these big prints and stuff like that. That's just kind of the print on press images, especially in the areas that are yellow, and even some of the orange and stuff like that. I can already kind of see the t-shirt coming through, and I saw it as well on the Spider-Man a little bit on that big back one. So I do have some concerns regarding the longevity of this shirt. How will it hold up in the wash and all of that? So I will be interested to see that. But I do like this shirt. It's a medium. I'll definitely be wearing it for the channel. I don't know if this will be an everyday shirt for me, just because it's a pretty bold print, and it's a large front print, which I'm not a huge fan of, again, as I said, but I really do like it, so I might wear it every now and then out and about. But yeah, I was just really excited to actually find a medium out there, because I never am able to find a medium at the stores when it comes to the Funko shirts. So yeah. Keeping on the trend of the apparel as part of it, let's talk about the socks. Now, this was a 3-pack of tube dress socks, and they come with 3 different characters: Thor, then we have Iron Man, and finally Spider-Man. I like these. I like fun, weird, nerdy, quirky dress socks. I used to have a job where I had to dress up every day, and I loved wearing these as my socks for day to day, because it you look business, but you're having a little fun with it with your socks. I hope to be able to use these. I really do enjoy them. I would say probably out of the three, the Thor sock is my least favorite, just because it's just his head and then giant text that say Thor, whereas the others are a little bit more designed. I also would have wished something besides blue. We got 2 blue socks and a black. Maybe if they had featured Captain America rather than Thor, which I would have preferred. I'm more of a Captain America over Thor fan. They could have went with the magenta and then used black with either Iron Man or Spider-Man, and that way you get a little more of an array of colors with this rather than black, blue, and blue, but still very cool. Definitely will wear these when I have a chance to dress up and whatever that might be again, but these were really cool. Definitely a usable item for me because I enjoy dress socks, and especially funky, nerdy themed ones like this. Next we have the first of 2 hats. The first one is a black, again, Amazing Spider-Man hat. This is quintessential Spider-Man for me because this is very reminiscent of the classic cartoon text. Really enjoyed that. It came really flat, and I think that's probably just due to shipping and stuff like that. I've already kind of started, but I would need to do a lot more work on forming this bill. Because of this style hat, I definitely like to have the molded bill. Probably throw some rubber bands on it here after this video and let it sit. And then hopefully as I wear it, it kind of fixes problem here because it's really kind of even flat on the front. On the back, it has a little Marvel tag in that magenta color rather than the normal bright red that is in, and then of course it has an embroidered Spider-Man in that magenta and bright yellow. I really like that. I like this text on it as well. I recently got a Spider-Man hat in a subscription box. It was the red box from, I believe, January this year, and that is the Marvel Collector's Gear and Goods from Loot Crate. Out of the 2, I definitely like this one a lot more, so I might not keep that hat. We'll see. I might donate it or do something else with it. We'll see. But I definitely like this one a lot more than that one, so this one will probably be put into my hat rotation. I'm a big hat guy. I love hats, and this will probably show up on the channel every now and then, especially if I'm discussing Spider-Man, because then I don't have to do my hair for a video, and I'm lazy when it comes to my hair. That's why I'm a hat guy. The second is a structured flat bill featuring Iron Man. Very cool. I like this bright blue color, and then the teal hat here on the back. It features the Marvel and that magenta logo, and actually has a really cool underbill here. It is that kind of cosmic planet pattern that we see kind of on Iron Man. Had some of these planets in the background of the socks with him, and then of course this is the background of his panel on that t-shirt. So very cool. I am gonna be honest, not the biggest Iron Man fan personally, so I don't know if I will wear this one a lot. But it's a cool hat. I like it. It's definitely got wearing potential for the channel. But we'll see on this one how much I wear it. I just kind of went ahead and got both hats because I was trying to get the entire collection, and because I'm such a hat person, obviously I had to get it. And this is one of the ones I had to hunt down. This was in the men's department, and the other hat was actually in the kids department. Some of those weird things I had to go find elsewhere in the store. So when you're looking for things like this, especially with Funko that are non-traditional Funko Pop figures themselves, definitely check in the clothing departments because the hats and shirts and stuff like that sometimes end up there. But yeah, cool hat overall. Let me know down in the comments, which hat did you like better, the Spider-Man or the Iron Man hat? Next, they had 3 backpacks in this collection. They had 2 traditional backpacks and then a mini backpack. Of course, if you know this channel, I am a big fan of Loungefly, and Loungefly is actually a subsidiary of the Funko organization, so I would assume these backpacks are technically Loungefly. However, they do not have the logo on them. Let's start with the miniature backpack. It is the same design that is on the front of the t-shirt. It has a embossed, raised little tag here that says Pop, and then Marvel across the front. The straps themselves are blue, and they are nylon fabric. It has a couple pouches on the side. However, with these mini backpacks, you're not going to really be able to fit like a drink container or anything down in there because it's pretty tight. The inside still has its packing. Typically with these backpacks, there's not a lot of organizational aspects to them, but they are fun little backpacks. I enjoy them. I think they're really cool. And this one actually features a slot up here. It's, again, small. You probably wouldn't be able to fit too much into it because it is narrow, unlike the normal Loungeflies that have a larger front pocket here. Excuse me, up here. I held it too low for you guys. Sorry. But I like it. I think this is really cool. I wish it was a little bit different than the t-shirt, because we are seeing a lot of repeat here. We're seeing the same background for Iron Man used again and again. We're seeing this exact same pattern. This is actually, now that I'm thinking about it, the same pose that is the embroidery on the back of the Spider-Man hat. So we're getting a lot of repetitiveness here. So I would like to maybe have seen something a little bit different with this, especially considering what Loungefly usually puts out. There's a lot of potential here with what they could have done, focusing on this like neon-esque color scheme with Marvel. But still, it's a nice little backpack. Their backpacks, of course, are all faux leather, which makes them really nice quality. And this will probably be something I use at a Comic-Con or something like that, and hold on to it. The other two backpacks, though, I'm not sure what I'm going to do with them. I'm not sure if I'm going to keep them or not. I might do some kind of giveaway or something like that, so be watching. I will probably put details on that on my Instagram and Facebook after this video uploads. But I think I am going to give away the backpacks for sure. I might give away that other Spider-Man hat I mentioned, and maybe some other stuff from here that I'm kind of iffy on, like the Iron Man hat. But this is the Spider-Man backpack. They had a Spider-Man and an Iron Man backpack. Again, I feel like Doctor Strange in this collection is getting a little bit of the shaft, but I know that he did receive a poster, but we'll get to those. This has the same font that's on the front of the hat and the same image that is on the socks of him hanging upside down. Standard backpack. It's again got that kind of nylon teal that is featured heavily in the collection for the straps. Large front pocket. I actually haven't looked inside this yet to see. It actually does have some decent storage here. It has a front mesh pocket, and it has a laptop pocket here. And that laptop pocket actually is lined. It's got some felt, fuzz, faux fur here, which is really nice for putting electronics, laptop, tablet, what have you, because that keeps it just a little bit nicer. So that's actually a really nice feature, considering I hadn't looked in these yet. And then it does have drink holders on either side of it. I'm a big fan of it having that. The front pocket here has a few organizers in it, some pen holders, and a larger little cinch pocket. And really kind of cool, the webbing actually continues in the back of the pocket. I don't know if you can see that down in there or not. But that's kind of a cool little detail as well. Nice backpack. Again, I just don't need it. I have my X-Men backpack from Loungefly that I use, and I just don't really need this many backpacks. So I'm probably going to do a giveaway with this. So definitely be watching Instagram and Facebook for information on how you guys can get this. But yeah, it's still a really cool design. It's just not for me. And the same thing can be said for the Iron Man. This is a much more dynamic print. The entire front pouch is that cosmic background. And then Iron Man is depicted here in text, which says Iron Man, of course, and you see him through it. The straps on this one are the darker blue and the nylon teal color. I assume it features all the same design aspects as far as organization goes. Again, I haven't looked at the inside of these. Yeah, inside's the exact same, that nice kind of felty fake fur pocket, a mesh pocket, and a few organizers in this front pouch. Cool design. Again, it's the same Iron Man we've seen now on the first t-shirt, on the socks, and on here, and on the hat. He's in the same pose, all those places. And the same cosmic background. I do like this pattern, don't get me wrong. I think this cosmic kind of funky, trippy blacklight pattern is really cool. We're just seeing the exact same patterns over and over again, which makes sense. It is a collection, but I would like to see maybe at least some different posing in the characters. Really, the only characters we've seen in different poses is Spider-Man, and even those have been used in a couple occasions. And again, I just feel like Doctor Strange kind of got the shaft in this collection because he has a Funko and he has a poster and he's not featured really on anything else. I don't even think he is on our next item, which I will talk about, which is, yeah, he's not on here again. This is the glassware set. This is one of the first items I was able to find. This was actually the only item I was able to find on release day. Really cool collection of cups. I will definitely be using these. These are really fun. On these kind of things, they are technically, I believe, dishwasher safe. However, I don't suggest using items like this in the dishwasher just because it does tend to peel and chip the prints on the cups because it is just a printing on the cup, and those can come off over time. So if you want to keep them nice, hand wash these kind of items. Again, it's the poses that we've seen on the t-shirt, just slightly different change-ups on the backgrounds to apply to the cup. And on the back of each of them, it says Marvel down here. I'm not sure if you can really see that on the image. Like I said, definitely cool, definitely will use these. They are glass, so I know not everyone likes to use glass necessarily because it is breakable, but if you're careful with them, they are fine. For me, it's, you know, there's not like kids or anything like that, so I don't have to worry about them breaking, but very cool. I don't know if these will be everyday glasses for me, just because I will have to take special care when washing them, but I was really excited that I was able to get this, and this gave me a lot of hope on finding the other items when I was out searching, because like I said, this was the first one I was able to pick up from this collection, but it was also the only item I was able to pick up on launch day, which was the 21st. Everything else I had to pick up later in the week as they finally started putting the stuff out. But the glassware, really cool, really liked it. Something different for the collection because everything really seemed to be apparel focused, and there was so many backpacks, so the glassware was just kind of a nice change. Again, though, I'm really kind of hoping or wishing in retrospect that there was some different posing and items like that regarding the actual images, but I understand why. It's a collection for uniformity purposes. They need to look uniform. Again, I wish Doctor Strange wasn't really getting the jip in this collection, considering he is featured in the Funkos, the Funko 4, but Spider-Man seems to be replacing him on all the items, which I get. Spider-Man is probably far more, not probably, he is far more popular than Doctor Strange by the masses, but I just would like to see Doctor Strange on more stuff in this collection, personally. Now, there's only one more item. I have not opened this up yet. I'm pretty sure that this is the Spider-Man one, based upon the images I have seen, but there were two posters. There was a Spider-Man and a Doctor Strange. However, when I finally found the posters at Target, there was only one left at the store that had them, and I wasn't able to find them anywhere else, so I was like, okay, I'm just going to get the one. But like I said, based upon what I can see on the poster itself, I believe it is Spider-Man. The plastic off. And it's going to be funky because it's all rolled up, but, oh, it's a felt poster. I did not realize it was going to be a felt poster, which is very Black Light-esque. If I can get it open here. Yes, it is Spider-Man. It's a different pose than what we've seen on everything else. Ow, did I just paper cut myself? I think I did. All right, well, hurry before I bleed all over it. But yeah, I like this pose. It's really cool, with all the webbing kind of shooting off in different directions rather than just forward. It makes for a much more interesting, I can't keep it open, poster look for it. Definitely will need to frame this so it lays flat. I'm not sure where I can display it. I might just hold on to it, maybe display it later. I am hoping to eventually get a place where I can have a small studio and display a lot more Marvel things. So I'll probably hold on to this for that. If I can find the Doctor Strange one, I might pick it up eventually, but as of right now, since I don't really have a place to display these, it's just going to go into storage for the time being. I don't know if I will really pressingly get it, but I did like the Doctor Strange one, and again, I liked it because Doctor Strange wasn't very heavily featured in this collection. I would like to have seen him a little bit more. That's probably my one critique of this entire collection, is the fact that he was not as featured as everyone else, especially considering he was one of the core Funkos. If I had to pick my favorites and least favorites from this collection, favorites probably would be, of course, the Spider-Man Funko, and probably, I don't know, I would say either the Spider-Man hat or the, I don't know. It's really tough. Maybe the miniature backpack, the Loungefly-esque mini backpack would be up there as well. The glassware definitely is up there as well, just because those are definitely more usable for me in the immediate future. Probably the least favorite are the Iron Man and the Spider-Man backpacks, just because I don't need them. By that point, I'm kind of like, I don't know if I really like the patterning and stuff like that on there for those backpacks. So I don't know about those. Like I said, I think I am going to do a giveaway for those. So check my Instagram and check my Facebook. Links to that are down in my description of this video on details for how I will do that. Not really sure. I'll have to decide that, so that's why I'm saying check those later. Until then, though, yeah, that's going to do it for today. I hope you enjoyed this Funko Friday haul video, even though I wasn't able to have the Funkos featured in it themselves with me holding them. I'm disappointed as well. But let me know, what items from this collection were you able to get? What did you think of it? What were your favorites and least favorites? All that down in the comments. And of course, as always, if you excuse me, if you enjoyed this video, give it a like and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And until next time, I hope you have a marvelous day. Bye, friend.